Good morning. This is Angela Thoma with Dogwood Paper Arts. Welcome to my channel. Now I want to say hi and hugs like Gail does to everybody. Thank you very much for subscribing and for commenting. I will hopefully get to comments this week. It is about 7:48 on Thursday, the 13th of January. Starting my timer for 55 minutes. And we are back to work on this journal that was, or folio, that was inspired by Carol, C-A-R-Y-L, over at Free Spirit Arts. And yes, I love it. But where to go from here? Do we want to actually put this on the inside and this on the outside since this has the wider piece? Do we want to keep going and build it up? Well, you know me, I do. I want to build it up. I want to build up this part here, and then I'm going to apply another kind of spine type thing on here along with another build-up that's going to come over and will come to this front part. We think. We is me and myself and I. So let's flip this over. Oh, if we can. Close everything first. I'm trying to make it as flat as possible. Here we go. And we're going to work on this piece here. So first I need to squish this piece down. This is another hanging file folder. I need to squish that down and trim up my corners a bit, just so it fits nicely on the page. And we're going to put this here. Now we have this. It can be a flap under or a flap back and into a pocket. But let's have it flip over this way. We want to bring it back away from this edge because, like I said, I want to build this up at the back to bring the front of the book back on. And to do a reinforced spine area on it. So we are going to just make a pocket, or we can make some little fold outs. Oh dear, what should we do? Let's fold it over first. Okay, so that would be a nice big pocket on there. We could actually half it or put it into thirds and make some little fold outs. Or we could do a small piece up here and a little bigger one down here. Let's see what thirds would look like. We have 9 inches, so that would be 3, 6, and 9. Let's do a 3 and a 6 inches here. Okay, so I need to I'm going to score that so it gives me a place to cut. And I'm only going to score it to that line right there. Let's flip it up this way so you can see it better. right there. And because I want it to fit neatly, I'm going to give it a slight angle cut. I need my longer scissors. Well, I can't use my longer scissors if I don't have them, can I? Who knows where I put them? They're probably under my cutting mat. I'm gonna flip this over. Give it another slight angle cut. And there we go. Now we have a flip here and a flip here. But I wonder if maybe they should go this way so that they're kept down by the book. Either way, I mean, but we don't want them just popping up either. Let me get this off of here. Let's put that to the side for a second. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, so that's under. And this would be over. Let's look at it over. Let's do this. And then let's see what I have over here. Oh, I have a flip. Now, this flip would actually keep these down, wouldn't it? Especially if I put a little tab on here with some magnets. So, let's do that. I don't like the way that one is cut. I need to shave off just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. You know, if I shave this off, it's, you know what's going to happen. It's going to be too much. Okay, so I think it's okay. I think we did it. Let's press that one down good. I'm pressing those down pretty hard. Okay, so we are going to apply this one right here. Now, this is where it was off, is that when I scored it with a bend in it. So, oh, that's its natural bend, I'll bet. Let's flip it over this way and see what happens. It's not quite as bad. So in other words, it kind of goes inward and then comes outward on each end. But we're going with it. We're going to put ink on it anyway. Okay, so let's start here and glue this one down. I'm going to clip these. And here we go. Hope I'm in camera. scooching it around on the page. Just trying to line it up as best as I can. Okay. Let's cut our tabs. Let's see, I have a whale tail. Let's see if it will cut a nice tab. I know I have some extra papers here that can make great tabs. Okay. Now I'll need to get my magnets. I think I put them in a drawer next to me here. I did. Woo! Need a plus and a minus. And a plus. And a minus. Then they all stuck together, of course. Of course they did, because I had them too close together. Of course, then it's almost impossible to get them apart. Whew. Okay. Let's do this. And then let's see if this will actually fit inside of there, and it will. So let's take our plus side, peel that off, plop it in there. Let's see, that's got to go there, so that's got to go there. See, that'll go on there. Now, open this back up and take that little sticker off of there. And then you want to line this up, these little places where you're going to apply it to your book. And you kind of want them lined up on your book. I mean on your, let me put it down maybe. I'm trying to see around my own hands and I can't do it. Okay, so that's going to go right there. And then grunge that up. I'm applying this first so that I know that I put them on. Otherwise, I might not. Now, when you lay this down, make sure you lay it the correct direction. That's not the correct direction. There we go. That is. Yeah, that's correct. Get myself all mixed up on it. Going to go around that good. Yesterday it was absolutely beautiful out. Oh, Angela, get those on there. Stick that on there. Put this where it belongs. Then squish it all together. And find your glue towel or whatever you use to clean up with. Let's see if it sticks. Yes, I love that sound. Oh, that's such a nice little sound. throw those little stickers away. And this one is going to go, I don't know, somewhere in between here. Probably right about there. So once again, we're going to apply our plus or minus over here. I want it really close to the top of the tab so that it will go on there correctly. Okay, I think probably right about there. Oh, do this first. If you're grunging, grunge. Okay. Peel that one off. And we want to stick it down here, so we're going to once again line this up where we want it. Oops. Go the correct direction or it won't work. You want to make sure the magnet's closest to the... There we go. Okay. Whew. Glue it in there well. Okay. Now, is that the direction? Yeah, that's the direction. Want to make sure that they line up correctly. Okay, let's see. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? Okay. So this paper's off the desk. All right. Now, let's apply this to our book, and we know we want it to be right here because we're building upward. I just love adding to these more flips and folds. It's so much fun. It can get exhausting too. I mean, I'll admit, it can get exhausting. But you finally get to that point where you're like, okay, time to stop. But while you're having fun, have fun. Okay, let's open this up. Oh, let's close that up. Let's open this up. See, mixed myself up on that flip fold. Okay, so we have those, and we have these. Now, what are we going to do in there? And what will we do on this side of the journal? Oh my gosh. So while you're looking at this side of the journal, this side can be closed. So if you're concerned about that, you don't have to be, because it actually secures itself in position. Okay. So let's see here. These could be writing pages. So this is going to actually be, it's a folio, but it kind of acts like a 1-month journal, you know. I'm trying to put writing spaces in it so you can write and date and stuff like that. But it really is kind of like a 1 month journal or a quarterly journal, something like that. We know this is our front page, so put it aside. And, oh, that one's a pretty one. I don't know if I have any of those left in here. Those are the big squares. We're gonna have to think of something to do with those. I think I used that one. Did I? I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look. Oh, we have that bird. He could be in there. We use that one. We've used that one. I might have a second one of these that we can look into using. So if we use this page, it can have this as a writing spot. I feel like it needs something else. What do you think? Maybe a pocket down here? Maybe we want to put a couple of pockets instead. Maybe we want a flip up. Ooh, I haven't done any flip ups on it yet. This would be a good place for a flip up, or this would be. This would be a really good place. I think, let's see. Like I said, we're going to respine this with another book piece here too. So we'll figure it out when we get there. I just know that it's going to happen. Okay, so I have one of these. This one I've kind of curved for the outside, but it may not work because it may not be long enough. I think the flip up maybe should be here in the middle. With a 1/2 inch on there, that'll come down and we can put a magnet, a tab and magnet again. Okay, so let me see which line I'm supposed to be using. This one, this first one. So bring it in a little bit so that it's not getting caught up in that. And pencil. First line. Come in an 1/8 to a 16th, a 16th to an 1/8, because we don't want it to get caught. I'm just cutting my paper over to the side here. Guess we're not ready to put paper down on it yet. Okay, so we are going to score this at, I think maybe here. Let's go here. We'll put a tab and a little pocket for it to tuck into. And then we don't have to use a magnet if we don't want to. Yeah, okay. So this is kind of like what Carol Frugoli did over at Free Spirit Arts. She made a flip. Oh, it is just so awesome. I just loved it. Oh, I forgot to mark it. To market, to market. Okay, so we're going to put a pocket. We're going to put some sort of a tab. So let's mark this right here. Don't cut it. We're just going to score it. Valleys to mountains. Okay, now that's wide, but it's okay. We're going to turn it into a flip with a tuck. Flip and tuck. Before I flip and tuck it though, what do I need under there? Paper. Because I'm not going to cover this all up. So I need to figure out what I want to put here. So I think we're going to put the bird. We're gonna give it the bird over here. But it's a pretty bird. And it will not be offensive, I promise. Okay. Now, let's cut that one. We're going to cut it all the way up so we have paper that's all this right width. Okay. And like I said, we're going to put a pocket on here, so let's... You think that's deep enough? Wait, let's put this here. We don't want these to line up, because if they line up, it's not going to look right. So we could put 2 pockets on there, and then that would distract from them looking similar at all. Okay, so right about here, let's cut this one down. She's making a mess. She's checking it twice. Oh my goodness. I'm going to take that off for a minute while I do this page. And because I'm not putting any flips or folds on this one, we can go ahead and apply our paper. And then we'll put our pockets on. I hope everyone is well. I was pretty sick last week. I tested negative for COVID, but I'll tell you what. I'm thinking that it was not, I'm thinking it was a home test, and I think it was not accurate. So, yes. What fun we're having these days, huh? Anyway, I feel great. This morning I got up early. I didn't complain. 3 a.m., turned on the news, drank coffee. I went out and got a picture of the moon. I don't know if you can see this. Anyway, at 3 a.m., let me clean off my... At 3 a.m., I went out and got... You can't hardly see it on there, I'm sorry. A picture of the moon. Let's see if I can hold it really still. You can't tell. But the clouds made a heart shape over it. And that's just like a splotch. But really, it looks just like a heart. Can you see it? Anyway, the clouds formed around it and made a heart. So that's the 3 a.m. moon. And, oh, it was just beautiful. I thought, how lucky can you get to go out in the middle of the morning or the middle of the night and get a picture of the clouds forming a heart around the moon. So at that time it was not pouring down rain. It was beautiful out. Oh gosh. The sky was beautiful. The way the moon shone through all the clouds. Oh, absolutely stunning. And then the rain came back. But that's okay. We need it. We'll need it in the spring so they can tell us we're in a drought. I don't know how they can tell us that when it's been pouring rain for weeks and weeks and weeks, and we've had floods and all kinds of goodies happening. I love that telegraph one. That's pretty cool. But I'm thinking we can use this. And then maybe, no, can't do that. I think we'll put it, let's see where this one is again. Right there. Because we don't want to line this up. Otherwise, it's just going to look funky. Maybe we want just one tall pocket that we can decorate. Let's do that. Oh, right here. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Now, this is just a slip-in pocket, so you don't overfill it. Now, if we want it to be a little bigger, we can put some we can put a hinge in there, which might not be a bad idea. Makes it a little half inch bigger pocket by doing that. So I would need to do this, cut that straight across, and then cut it in half, fold it. It's a little wide, but I think it's okay. Might as well use it up. Okay. Just glue them down well on the top and bottom so that the hinges don't interfere with the pocket. Put them right up to the edge. I'm not putting one on the bottom. Oops, don't want glue on the inside of our pocket there, do we? They don't have to be even. It's just a piece of a pocket. Just gives a tuck area a little, it gives it a little better tuck area, easier to get things in and out of. It's my phone beeping at me. Hello to you too, phone. Okay, there we go. Oh, get the glue out of the inside, because that won't do us any good if we glue our pocket shut, will it? Okay, now we need a little doodad. Which way does this go? Does it matter? I think it goes this way. We're going to basically cover it up anyway. Well, not completely. Well, I don't know. Now, this comes to right there. How much room do I have? Not very much. It's going to have to be a pretty small tab, or we're going to have to put a small tuck on the bottom. I should have thought of that first, huh? Once again, looking at this, that would be okay. Let's do it this way. We'll put that one up there. We'll bring this one down here. It'll be more of a tuck than a... Let's see. Let's put those two right together. Figure out where we want our center to be. There's 20. There's 15. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right there. That is not the center edge. Oh, because it's 14 and a half, that's why. Okay, right here. I'm used to my 10. I usually use the 10 over here. Okay. Oh, you know what? I almost like that better. Don't like either one. Oh, look at this. The tuck spot. I like that. Oh, but they almost line up, don't they? It's better off to come down a little bit on it. Oh! Ooh. Come back here. Aha! Let's use this one. Perfect. Okay, let me cut this one off first so that I can line these two up together. I'm not going to put hinges on this one. I'm just going to make it a little tuck area. That. Yep. Okay. You want that or that? Let's go with that. Okay, we've made a decision. She made a decision. Flip it over where you put your center mark. Save those, we might want to use them. I used a couple of them. Okay. Gosh, we only have about 15 minutes left after all my decision making. Sorry about that. But that's okay. I'll be back. This one you'll want to go all the way around because you'll see the bottom of it, as you know. Okay, let's lay this one down. Don't glue the bottom. Give yourself a bigger pocket that way. Won't be as short of a pocket. I put glue inside. Did not want to do that. Glue inside will glue your pocket down, won't it? Just bringing that over to the edges a little bit. Like I said, we want to make sure these are glued down well. Where was I putting it? Right about here? You don't want to cover up the pretty bird. Now, this one's a tuck. Just a place to put a little tag. Don't glue the top, but glue the bottom. Okay, look at that. That is really sweet, isn't it? Isn't that gonna be cool? Of course, this will be a different paper too, so you know it's probably not going to really run into each other. And we're going to round these so that they don't get caught up or bent or anything like that. But before we round them, we're going to put paper down here. And with all your paper scooting around on your tabletop, make sure it's clean. Boy, I've done that. I did that with a mini album once. Oh, I was very discouraged. And I think maybe I'll round them in here as well. Because that's just going to be a tuck spot, so we don't have to worry about that piece yet. We're just going to use this paper, and we'll have, let's see where our tuck spot is. Well, we need the paper under it. Oh, actually, we take it over to there, and first line. Look at that, we have a nice strip to take off there that'll be usable for ephemera or something like that. Oh, you know what? That takes off part of the feather. Don't do that. No, no, no. Go the other way. Oh. First line on this side. Come over here and take off this piece. That'll be better. There's so much to think about, isn't there? You know, because I have this feather on here, and do I really want to cover it all up with this tuck spot? Or do I want to just make that a flap? Or do I want to bring it down a little bit? No, I need it to go all the way to the top because the pocket well, it lines right up with this paper, so it doesn't matter, does it? We just need it under part of the flap. So, right about there. That's my line of where I want to glue this down to. And it's just because I'm trying to save my feathers. And we are going to put a pocket down here too, we think. We think so. I think so. Okay. But I'm not going to worry about what's the... Okay, so this is going to go there. Before I tag you along on the cover part, that extra spine part, I'll have it all figured out and cut, so it won't be so confusing. Maybe not. Maybe it will. We never know. Sometimes I can get confused myself. You ever have those days where it's like, why'd I even get up? You know, you go to find something, it's not there. You go to all those places, it's not there. You try to think of what you were going to say to someone, it's not there. Oh, those are the days, I'll tell you. Okay, so that's going to go there to here, to over here. Kind of get that centered on your page a little bit. Okay, now let's go ahead and apply this, and it's going to be just glued along the top and there, the top and the sides. Before we do that, let's round our corners. I'm going to do a 1/2 of an inch on these because I want them to be a little more sweeping. I'm going to do a 1/2 inch in here. Whoops. Somebody's getting full, I guess. Is your tummy full, little thing? It's just a weak edge there, I think. Okay. Got to pull this down so I can see it a little better. Going right along the top. And then do another line. Remember, it's just a tuck spot, but you also want it glued down. So I'm taking about 1/4 of an inch here to on each side to glue it down, because it's a flap. We want it to stay on the flappy part. Don't get flappy with me. That's what somebody would say to me, I'm sure. Probably. I gotta turn it around. Yep, okay. Press down those little 1/4 inches. Ooh, that showed, didn't it? That'll be okay though. We can cover that little show up with an egg. See, we can put that little egg on there. Oh, look at this. We can cover it right with that. Cool. What I'm saying is that my paper shows right there. It wasn't lined up good with this whole thing. Okay, so that gives us a nice little tuck spot right up there for a letter or something. This will fold down. Now, do we make a pocket? A tab on here to go into a pocket. I don't remember how to make those other tabs with this one. Oh, not tabs, but so that they tuck into this. Remember how that went. Was it just something like this? I need a whale tail. I need a whale tail. Give me a whale tail. Let's use these. Whoops, let's use these. Oh, it has to be just slightly bigger. So that has to go partially under there. So that's a possibility. It's a little bit of work doing it this way. Or we can just have it like this with a pocket. So that it tucks right into it. I like that better. Okay. So what we're going to do is bring this up to that. Right about there. And we will cut it off right about there. There. Okay. Let's cut the bottom off. I think that's going to work fine. So this is another tuck spot. So on this page you have an upper and a lower tuck spot. And because we're going to tuck the tag in this time, not tag, but whatever you call that, notch. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue that down. We'll come back and decorate the journal. Folio, journal, folio, whatever we want to call it. It's ours, we can call it whatever we want. You can name it. Name that journal. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and apply this because I need to know if it fits. Oh, our time is up, so we'll finish up with this little tab. Let me turn off my alarm. Is that about center, I hope? If not, we'll put a couple more on it. Make it a super tuck. Okay. Voila! Yay! Yeah, it might need a second tab or two on it to hold it down good. Okay, well, thank you for joining me today, and just so you remember, we put on some magnets and a couple of little flips, and we put on this with a couple of pockets, and then we've added a flippy flap with a tuck up here and a tuck down here and a tuck for that. Okay, I'll see you next time. I hope you have a great day. Bye.